In depth here tonight, shocking numbers coming out of the military. The U.S. Army says the military is now facing the most challenging recruitment environment since the early 1970s. The last fiscal year, the branch fell short 25% of its recruitment goal. Fox County's Arthur Mondale has more on what the Army is now doing and the state of the recruiting market. Arthur.
Justin, is bigger than just numbers. In my hand is this Army memorandum to overcome recruiting and retention challenges. The Army says there's 3 gaps: a knowledge gap, an identity gap, and a gap in trust.
This is a look at Army basic combat training, the first steps of about 10 weeks to become an Army soldier.
Use your arms! Pull yourself to the rope! Pull yourself to the rope!
It builds character, competence, and commitment. Creating soldiers to protect the security of our nation, at home and abroad. Like Army Private Josiah Jennings, who enlisted in April of this year.
To take the risk.
It's a step 22-year-old Brandon McAllister plans to also take after doing 3 semesters in school.
I thought, okay, either I can work in a plant for the rest of my life, I can pursue a trade, which is still a good option, or I could join the military.
And for the last year,
do you want to make sure that you're able to push?
He's trained with upstate recruiters to be fit to enter.
I think what I would say is you miss 100% of the shots that you never take.
And this Army memorandum shows less people are taking it.
Finding the best qualified people to fill that force is critical.
Lieutenant Colonel Brian Meister leads recruitment operations in South Carolina, Western North Carolina, and Augusta, Georgia.
Their job is strategically important because they're filling the ranks of the Army that really defines the strength of the nation.
He says his recruitment numbers are similar to the National Recruiting Command as a whole, with the state of the recruitment market showing only 23% of those aged 17 to 24 are fully qualified to serve. There's also gaps like trust. The Army says younger Americans are losing confidence in many American institutions, including the military.
If you're thinking about it, I say talk to a recruiter.
There's certainly a knowledge gap that students, quite frankly, don't see themselves in the Army or don't really understand the benefits that it can provide to them.
In response, the Army created a list of near-term initiatives. Anyone willing to go to basic training within 30 days of enlistment can earn up to $40,000. There's also a new Future Soldier Preparatory course to increase a recruit's physical or academic standards to initially enter.
We're certainly not looking to lower our standards, to get people into the military, but we have looked at different options to expand the pool of people that's available to enlist and to provide certain individuals that previously weren't eligible to enlist the opportunity to join the Army.
It's important to mention there's an unprecedented number of enlistment bonuses being offered by the Army for active duty, reserve, and National Guard. Anyone 18 to 35 is eligible to enlist. Anyone over 35 may be able to enlist, that is may, with a waiver. Arthur Mondale, Fox Carolina News.